Hello, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, beautiful water signs. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I'm feeling called to answer questions this week. Questions that have been coming up in private readings, questions that I'm seeing on the interwebs. And it just feels like a week where we're coming off this full moon in Leo and headed into Valentine's Day at the end of this week. It just sort of feels like questions need to be answered. So that's what I'm here to do. It is a general reading for the collective, so it will not resonate with all water signs, but the good news is in these elemental readings, you can apply it to your sun, your moon, your rising, or your Venus sign. So if you don't know what your personal planets are, there's a little link in the description box below, and it says how to find your sun, moon, rising, Venus. Click on that. It's like a 5-7 minute video that I walk you through how to find that. But if you know your personal planets, feel free, if there's not a message here for you, to check out the other videos in this series for more messages. Maybe something will come through. Okay, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you'll consider subscribing and joining in all the fun. And for those who are returning, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support, more than you know. Okay, today I am doing, I'm going right into it. I'm going to leave the oracle for the extended. I'll tell you why. Because I want to do a 4-element spread. I did it for the pick a card that I posted just yesterday. I did on the back end of this 4-element spread, and they went really well. So I thought I would do it on the front end, and then we can do all the other stuff in the extended. Okay. So the question is, what is our twin flame mission? So if you are in a twin flame soulmate connection with somebody, whether you're in union or separation, doesn't matter. Whether it's new or it's been in existence for ever, which is almost always the case. What's your mission? What are you here in this lifetime to either learn from each other or to bring forward to humanity? So that's the question that I started with, and we're going to take it elementally. I'll walk you through it. We're starting with the true mission, which is earth element, high vibration love. This is the true mission you've been sent here to deliver. It's what you're here to do. Rise to high vibration love. This is you, water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, showing up in your own reading in the mission, not missionary, just a mission placement. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Next up, and I'm going to clarify everything, is air element. So now that you know that your mission is about high vibration love, understanding, being emotionally available, being compassionate, being able to process your feelings. Now, how do you use your communication skills to promote that? You got to stay in that divine feminine energy. It's all about unconditional love here. It is no surprise to me that these cards are in alignment. If you are divine feminine here, now if you're a cross watcher, that's fine. This is still part of the mission, divine masculine and divine feminine, regardless of your gender, is what the connection is about. And it's about balancing both of those energies within ourselves. So I feel like you're going to have to communicate with unconditional love. And communicate about what your connection is birthing, right? Because the Empress is the mother of the tarot, and she births all new life and all creativity. Notice the brooch, the heart right here at her heart chakra. It is a very loving energy. She has her foot on the crescent moon, which is a nod to her connection to higher realms and to higher consciousness. But she does all things with love, and that love is unconditional. Next up is, what emotions can you bring to this connection or release from it to further promote the mission? I feel this is a first of all, it's 9 of Wands, which is usually you're almost at completion here. You're wrapping up a lesson and it's been a heavy burden and you don't feel like you can go much further. I think the emotion you can bring to this connection is I don't have any quit in me. I will not give up. I'm almost there. We're almost there. Let's push forward. Let's not give up. I feel that's all flowing very nicely. And then speaking of flow, the water element, how do you two move or flow forward from here? Whatever isn't serving you in this connection has to come down. If there's a part of this connection that is not stable, it's weak, it isn't shored up. If either one of you are not feeling this unconditional love, if either one of you are not rising to the level of this high vibration love and compassion for one another and the ability to process emotions and feelings, that's got to go. That's what's got to go. And it's interesting that this card, which is the card of, it's a fire sign, it's Aries, right? It's interesting, it comes out in the water position. Elementally, water and fire, no bueno. Water puts out fire, so good. The way you move on is you put out the friction. You eliminate what no longer serves this connection and what is getting in the way because it's weak. And this cannot stand on something that isn't stable and grounded. Beautiful, beautiful. So I'm going to clarify it. In the extended, I'm going to look at what's any blocks or challenges to this connection. Something you need to know before this happens involuntarily. I will also be looking at communication with your higher self, what spirit might want you to know, and messages to and from the divine counterparts, as well as outcome and timing. So the extended is going to be a bit longer than what we're doing right here, just letting you know that. I will also pull oracle cards in the extended. I'm looking at right now Whispers of Love, the Magdalene Oracle, and Romance Angels. So I'm trying to do this because I want to see what you feel about the answers to the questions and how they come through in this type of a reading. If you don't like it, let me know. If you're like, yeah, it's not speaking to me. Queen of Cups. The truth about this mission of this divine connection. Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. Truth time. Time to cut to the truth. Look at her hand is extended. She's also kind of sort of floating here above the clouds. In my opinion, this is a part of her ascension. This is the spiritual part of Divine Feminine. But I feel that it's in this connection that the two of you rise above anything that isn't true. And you get back to the heart of the matter. That's the Queen of Swords to me, is truth seeker, truth teller. Wow, 3 queens. The only one we're missing is the Queen of Wands. And she's the one that lights the fire. So we'll see if she comes out. But Queen of Pentacles, we've got high vibration. This mission is all about high vibration. Love, truth, and integrity. And generosity of spirit. Groundedness, stability. Queen of Pentacles is very giving, charitable energy. She often reminds me of the Empress. Speaking of Empress. Okay, how can you use your communication? Unconditional love even in the face of resistance. You got to use unconditional love to help your divine counterpart push past this resistance. Queen of Cups again. Yes, you are. That's right. So now we have Queen of Cups and Queen of Pentacles, which makes the Queen of Pentacles is also very nurturing. And we have Divine Feminine and the Empress and Queen of Cups again with this resistance in the middle. So it's all about not resisting the feelings, not resisting the emotions, and being able to hold unconditional love for your divine counterpart, even through their resistance. Which is why many people ask, what's our mission? Because they feel so much resistance coming from their divine counterpart. It is usually Divine Feminine who is the guide, but not always. Not always. But I'm feeling that energy very powerfully here. This Nine of Wands, fire. What emotions? It's interesting a fire sign comes out in a fire sign. What emotions can you bring or release to serve this mission? Now we have the King and Queen of Swords. Truth, honor, integrity. Messages of love or apology. Oh, okay, I see it. Hello. Also, just to mention, in the air, it is the Empress, and she's Libra and Taurus. So we do have air element showing up right there. I feel this is about pushing through even when things sort of grow cold. This King of Swords can be a little detached and aloof. The King of Swords is always thinking of strategy. What's my next move? What's the next best move? And they're all in their head. And they are blessed with additional swords, air energy. So this is the energy of Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Highly intellectual, always thinking, always needs a plan, strategy, strategy, strategy. Well, sometimes it isn't about strategy. The strategy is we just put one foot in front of the other. We do it today, we do it tomorrow, we do it the next day. Because we have the passion for it, the drive for it. That's what the Wands energy is about. Sometimes we got to get out of our own head. And we can't fight about everything. We have to have messages of love and messages of apology and messages that signal our adoration and appreciation of the other person in even the simplest and smallest ways, because this can be a slog. It can be. So emotionally, I would say, the way you deal with the aloofness, the way you deal with those moments where you're almost too Spock-like in terms of how you're analyzing the situation. And I'm talking to you, water sign, or whoever this message is for. Could be for a cross watcher, actually. Whenever you hit those moments where you're still in high integrity, because now we have the King and Queen of Swords, right? So now they're both here. But I feel like sometimes when even if we're in high integrity, but we're too much in our head, we're too much about the strategy of our next move, something gets lost in translation, and what gets lost is the love. And you can just bring it back in small ways. Don't give up because things might get cold or distant, or this person might seem like they're not... They will communicate, but not with any emotion. Keep pushing forward and be the one to bring the emotion back in. Small, little baby steps. This is not skywriting. This is sweet. It's a little innocent. How do you move and flow on from this? You got to let what isn't stable in this connection go bye-bye. Tower energy here. It's all about your priorities. That's something that you'll need to discuss, and you'll need to focus on. Yeah, and there comes there we go. The 9 comes out again. So it is about wrapping up a lesson here. You're close. I mean, when the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands comes out, you can move off that and start your new a new part of your mission. But for now, you're very close. So I would say don't give up. You're close to being able to communicate with each other with unconditional love, with open hearts. There is, even through resistance, you have that ability. And the way to move on is to focus on your priorities and let what isn't working fall. And when I say fall, I mean move it out of the way. You don't give up. You do know that this is like the wounded warrior here. This is somebody who's on their last legs and about to give up, but success is in sight. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, Temperance, Transformation, and yes, Ace of Pentacles. We'll take it. Hanged Man. Not going to even look at the next card. So look at this picture. If you can get your priorities straight, the way to move on from here is to tear down what isn't stable in this connection and rebuild it. Bone by bone, wand by wand. Because the way that will help you move forward, what it will bring to you if you get everything balanced here in reality in the 3D. Ace of Cups. Brand new opportunity at love here with this person on a level that is divinely guided. Followed by the, yup, Laura, you're right. Ace of Swords. Instant clarity. Boom. Flash of, like in a flash, everything becomes crystal clear. This is also a card of victory. How do we get there? Balance the energies, turning something that's ordinary. We got to get rid of what's ordinary into something extraordinary. We do that with unconditional love. We do that with love of self. That's Queen of Pentacles. We do that with respect and honor and integrity of the other. King and Queen of Swords. There's some really good stuff happening here for you, water sign. We do it with forgiveness and asking forgiveness and offering love and adoration in the simplest, smallest of ways. With Temperance comes transformation and an opportunity to see everything from a different point of view. It's about sacrifice, though. Hanged Man is about sacrifice. It's about delayed gratification. Because this is what's waiting for you. This is what's available for you. You can walk through that gate, and what you're going to find on the other side is the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, right? Everything else that is missing from this amazing reading is right through that gate. Beautiful energy here for you, water sign. I am going to take it to the extended, and you already heard what I'm going to cover. Blocks or challenges to this connection. Advice from your spiritual team or your higher self. Messages to and from each other. Things that you might even not realize they're trying to communicate to you, and vice versa. And then we'll do outcome and timing if it's appropriate, and a bunch of oracle cards. So I hope you feel like following me, and we'll see you on the other side. Otherwise, have a great week and happy Valentine's Day. Bye.